Hello, Misfits. This is Kevin.
And this is a lady high on antibiotics.
Welcome to Horrorwood. You're back.
I'm back, barely.
Yes, but you're alive.
I am alive.
The antibiotics are kicking in.
I'm on my third round.
Yes, third time's a charm.
That's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, hasn't been fun.
No, my God.
But thank you for holding it down last week, and you did a great job. And
Thank you.
Yeah, it sucks having to do it alone, but
It is awful.
It's weird. It's strange.
I kept looking up and being like, oh, she's not there.
There was a moment, I can't remember when it was, when I was editing it, where you were like, I just looked over and there was no one there. It was just a couch.
Right.
No, but you did a great job, and I appreciate it. And yeah, I debated being on today.
Yeah.
But here I am. I'm going to try not to cough through it.
Thank you for pushing through.
And I'm excited about this because you told me the person's name, and I've never heard of this person.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah. It's kind of a wild one.
Okay. Do we have any biz nasty to cover before we get into it?
Do we?
I don't know that we do.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Shall we dive on in?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, things will come out as we go along.
I'm
so
sure.
We'll be fine.
Why wouldn't we be?
I don't know. Oh, I went to see a new psychiatrist and therapist.
Well, hey.
So
Congrats.
January started off hot.
All right.
You know, those January depressions really come
For
through.
sure. It's real bleak.
It's bleak and awful and dystopian.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm going to go work on some stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Love new therapist. She's awesome. Psychiatrist.
That's exciting.
Super old guy. Which is not, I have no discrimination.
Sure.
But it was like, I was like, here's this like very old white man. And I'm like telling him all these like really personal things, which is what you're supposed to do.
Sure.
And then he's like, I don't know, he was kind of funny, like making jokes and not about me, but
of
like.
course. Can you imagine?
He was laughing in my face. Anyway, yay, hooray.
Yay, hooray. I love that I was like, do we have anything to cover? And you were like, no. I went to a new theater.
And that was only yesterday. I don't know what time is or where it's going.
Oh.
Anyway.
That was bleak.
Let's talk about this story or else
Okay.
it's going to keep winding in a weird way.
All right. Although I feel like this story might do the same.
It's going to do the same.
Okay.
You're right.
Well, I'm ready for it.
Well, today we are talking about Shannon Richardson.
I'm ready to hear it.
Never
because
heard of her?
I don't think so.
So she had, I'll get into it in the story, but she had some bit parts on some TV shows.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden there was this big crime that involved poisons,
Shit.
the White House.
The White House,
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah, it's insanity.
It's getting governmental up in here.
I will say there's not a ton out there about her life. I found what I could and
Sure.
pieced it together.
Okay.
But we'll get all into the crime and trial and stuff.
Ooh, all right.
So let's dive into Shannon.
I'm ready.
Shannon Rogers, maiden name,
okay.
was born on August 31st. Ooh.
Hey, starting off hot.
Hot. Shannon Rogers was born on August 31st, 1977 in Texas.
Okay.
Specifically Bowie County.
Bowie County. I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it either.
I hear Bowie County and I'm just thinking, David Bowie has a county?
Ooh. When she was about 2 years old, her mother up and leaves.
Well, shit.
Just completely gone. From what I could find, doesn't sound like she ever has a relationship with her again.
That's sad.
From that point on, Shannon's raised by her father, Terry Rogers, and Terry worked for General Motors in Doraville, Georgia.
Okay.
So the family, she's born in Texas, and then they go to Georgia.
Got it. I just came from Georgia.
You did?
Yeah.
I was like, when the fuck
I
were
was
you in
like,
Georgia?
you knew that. You gave me the strangest look. You were like, Kate, are you high on meds? Actually, I am. But I did actually go to Georgia.
For some reason, I had North Carolina in my mind. I don't know
wasn't
why.
there.
No, Georgia it was.
Georgia.
Okay.
It was fun.
Do you want to talk about it?
I think I might talk about it on my Patreon episode because there's a slight tie-in.
Okay. Ooh.
Slight.
But there is a tie-in.
Don't get too excited.
Okay.
It's like one sentence tie-in.
Perfect. So Shannon is the oldest of 3 kids.
Okay.
She has a younger brother and a younger sister.
The 2 younger siblings, were they with a different mom? Because you said she was 2 when her mom up and left, right?
Yes. So yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha.
They were from a different relationship.
Gotcha.
Now we jump to her like mid-30s.
Wow, that's a leap. But okay.
It is quite a leap. I apologize.
Stuff happened. She went to school. She's out of school. She grew up.
Yeah.
Boom. Present day.
Mid-30s.
Got it.
Well, I will say in between that time, she did have 2 previous husbands.
Oh.
And a total of 5 children.
Well, that's significant.
Yeah. So I think that time was pretty much full of her raising kids.
She was busy.
Busy. So yeah, her first 5 kids, and I say first because she has another one, were born between 1994 and 2009, all from earlier relationships before the 3rd marriage.
Okay.
Their names are Brandon, Alan, Taylor, Ethan, and Logan.
So all boys.
All boys.
Whoa, that's a lot of testosterone.
Don't get me started.
Oh.
We don't have, I don't know why I said that. We don't have exact birth dates for each one, but we do know that by 2013, their ages ranged from about 4 to 19.
Okay.
Which means she started having kids at a pretty young age.
Yeah.
And basically spent her entire adult life raising them.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot.
So let's talk about her acting career.
Okay.
It's comprised of small roles and some background work.
Okay.
Shannon... Okay, so I switched the name here to Richardson. She takes the name Richardson when she marries her 3rd husband.
Got it.
So, and I'll talk about him in just a little bit.
Okay.
So Shannon didn't just stumble into acting out of nowhere.
No, she didn't.
By the late 2000s, she was clearly trying to pivot her life in a new direction. I think she wanted something new to do.
She wanted to get away from those kids.
She put all 5 of those kids on the front porch and she's like, I'm going to be an actress.
Wow. Decisions.
And acting, I think to her just looked like a way out of the routine. And
sure.
A way to maybe finally feel noticed in a way.
Okay.
She didn't move to Hollywood or land some big agent. Instead, she picked up small, legit TV roles, the kind you usually get by answering like those casting calls and being willing to show up wherever filming is happening.
So are these like independent shows?
No, they're big shows.
Okay.
Like she appeared on shows like The Vampire Diaries and The Walking Dead.
Got it.
And on Walking Dead, she worked as a background zombie.
Love a zombie.
I love a zombie. That sounds like fun.
You would be a good zombie.
Thank you.
And I do mean that in the best way.
What do you think I'd be? I mean, we know zombies are all like, ugh.
But I don't think they have to be.
No.
I think it can be kind of like violent.
Yay.
Oh, you like violence?
Well, no, I don't. But my inner rage demon, that's what would come out.
Yeah, because that's always like right on the cusp with you.
Yeah. And that's why I'm going to the psychiatrist.
Hey, look at that tie-in. I love it when a story comes full circle.
I love a callback. I looked this up, and both of those shows were filmed in Georgia.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Yeah, so she is at this time, I believe, living back in Texas, but it's not that far to have to travel. I looked it up. It's like
so she went back to Texas at some point?
She does, yeah.
Right.
I'm not 100% on, because The Walking Dead and The Vampire Diaries ran forever.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure the time frame of her moving back and her still living in Georgia.
Gotcha.
It makes sense to me that she would still be in Georgia. Because when she marries her 3rd husband, they end up moving to another town in Texas. I'll talk about it.
Okay, I just got lost there.
That's okay. I lost myself. All right. So these weren't big fame-making roles, but they mattered to her, and she seemed to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
She really liked doing it. She could say she was on a real TV show.
Sure.
She could point to an IMDb page. That kind of validation really, really means something to her at this point.
Okay.
So what's interesting also is that acting isn't the only thing that she has going on. Shannon actually had a pretty mixed skill set.
Let's hear it.
She earned both a paralegal degree and a teaching degree.
Oh.
She also played the flute.
Hey.
She liked to travel. She even wrote some travel articles, which suggests, but I mean, she had a creative bone in your body.
Sure.
Is that something?
It is now.
Hey. Well, it's like when someone says she doesn't have a blank bone in her body. You know what I mean?
A blank bone?
Or I just like insert.
Oh, okay. She had a creative side to her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So in 2011, she did something genuinely selfless that often gets overlooked. She donated bone marrow to help save a child with leukemia.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Not a small thing.
No.
So that moment, she changed somebody's life.
And I always hear it's like so much harder for the donor in that kind of surgery than the recipient, just like the recovery, I think, and all of that. So that's huge.
It's huge. Yeah. That was a really great thing of her to do. And then by October 2011, she married her third husband, Nathan Richardson.
Okay.
He's a U.S. Army veteran who worked as a mechanic at the Red River Army Depot. They settled in New Boston, Texas.
All right.
Near Texarkana.
Okay.
And we've talked about Texarkana at length. I did that episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah, on the Texarkana murders.
But it was called something else, but I can't think of what it was. Was it from the I Know What You Did Last Summer episode?
It might have been because that was like the hook.
Yeah. I feel like that was it.
Yeah, I think so too. New Boston in Texas. It's a quiet place, very small. At this time, Shannon is feeling good. She's with her new husband.
Okay.
But she's not wanting to completely give up being visible. You know, she still wants to do her acting work and all of that. I think she was able to continue that because it wasn't super far away from Georgia.
Like, how far of a drive is that?
10 hours.
10 hours?
Which is a lot, but not doable.
I mean, if it's just like background work, though, you're not driving 10 hours to be an extra.
I don't know.
Were these bit parts? Like, did she have actual lines?
I believe so, yes. But it was like a mix. She'd have bit parts and do the background work.
Wow, that is quite a commute.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit about some fun facts that I found about her on her IMDb page.
Okay.
She's Irish American. She has 2 tattoos, a tribal design and butterflies. And she cared a lot about how she expressed herself.
Is that like translation, she cared about what other people thought of her, or?
I really don't know. I honestly probably, based on the crime she committed, would say yes to that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. So when she marries Nathan, at least 4 of her 5 children were living with her and Nathan in New Boston.
Wow.
So at that point, the household is already full. It's busy. Everybody's stretched super thin.
Mm-hmm.
By late 2012, she was pregnant with her 6th child.
Damn.
Her first with Nathan, though, her new husband. From the outside, it looked like she might be finally settling into something stable. But behind the scenes, the marriage was already breaking down really quickly.
I mean, you got 5 kids in the house now. One's a newborn.
Well, he's not born yet. She's just pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that changes everything.
Nathan ends up filing for divorce in June 2013 while she's still pregnant.
Damn. That's a blow.
It is. I will say that no matter how complicated Shannon's life became, she consistently talked about her children as kind of the center of her world.
So she was a good mom?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay.
From what I could read and find. But during April and May 2013, Shannon started ordering supplies online that investigators later said were meant for making ricin.
Shannon, girl, what are you doing?
And I have like information about ricin because I went into this deep dive about it.
Okay.
We're going to talk about it.
You seem super excited about ricin.
No, it's awful, but it's interesting. Ricin comes from castor beans. Which are the seeds of the castor oil plant.
Okay.
And the plant itself is super common. It's been around forever.
Sure.
People have been pressing castor beans for castor oil for centuries.
I've been using castor oil on my dry ass skin this winter.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's real thick.
Ooh. mostly for medicine, cosmetics, and industry. The wild part is that ricin is basically the plant's built-in defense system. It's a protein toxin, not a chemical you mix in a lab, and it's incredibly good at one thing, shutting down a cell's ability to make proteins. Once that happens, the cell dies.
Yikes.
Scientifically, it was first identified in 1888.
The way back times.
Yes, by a scientist named Peter Hermann Stillmark. What a name.
It is.
Who was studying why castor beans were poisonous. That's when people realized it's not just a plant poison in the vague sense, it's a very specific biological weapon hiding inside a common seed.
Damn, am I poisoning myself by putting castor oil on my skin?
You're okay. You're okay. There's a...
I'm a little nervous.
No.
I should have put that on the label.
As a poison, ricin is nasty, but also kind of limited. It's dangerous if it gets inside the body by swallowing it, breathing it in, or injecting it.
Okay.
You're not doing that with the oils, are you?
Well, no, but it's seeping into my skin.
Meh, you're fine. Just touching intact skin usually isn't enough. That was my last line.
Usually isn't enough. Whole Foods sold it to me, so...
You're fine. I think there's a specific process that you have to do to be able to access the ricin.
Okay.
It's not just there. It also doesn't act instantly. Symptoms can take hours or even days to show up, which is kind of why it's frightening. There's no simple antidote, so treatment is mostly about keeping someone alive while their body tries to recover.
Oh.
Because of that reputation, governments took an interest in it early on. During World War I and World War II, the US, Britain, and others looked into ricin as a possible weapon.
Okay.
They tested ideas like dust clouds or coated bullets. In the end, most of those plans were abandoned. Ricin was too unreliable, too easy to break down with heat, and not efficient compared to other weapons.
Okay.
So it never became a battlefield staple. Where ricin did make its mark was in targeted assassinations and plots.
Ooh.
The most famous case happened in 1978 when Bulgarian dissident Georgy Markov was murdered in London. Someone jabbed him with an umbrella that fired a tiny pellet containing ricin into his leg.
Oh, God.
He died a few days later.
Shit.
An umbrella.
I'm assuming it had like a point at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a pointed umbrella. You can't
imagine like a dull end of an umbrella and you're just like shoving it in someone's leg.
Oh my God. No, it was a quick...
You guys, these antibiotics are
They're real good. Having a good time talking about ricin. So that case made ricin infamous and confirmed it could be used quietly against a single person. After that, ricin popped up again and again in small-scale plots. Letters mailed to politicians, envelopes sent to government buildings, almost always intercepted, by the way. Almost. Never successful, really. It turns out ricin is better at causing fear than mass harm. Most real-world cases don't end in death.
Okay.
That's why ricin sits in this weird space historically. It's officially classified as a biological weapon and governments strictly regulate it, but it's also hard to use effectively on a large scale. It's unstable, slow-acting, and easier to trace than you think.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that Shannon bought included castor bean seeds and sodium hydroxide. Lye. Not a lie, like lie.
I got it.
Okay, sorry.
LYE. I understand.
Okay.
I might be on drugs, but I do understand words.
Lies. No. Court statements later also pointed to syringes being part of what arrived at the home. I'm not going to get into how-to details about how to make or how to extract.
We're not here to tell people how to poison people.
But the key point is authorities said she used those purchases to produce ricin.
Okay. And she just ordered this shit online?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that bananas, what you can get online?
Yep.
You could get caviar from McDonald's online if you signed up early enough today.
What?
Did you hear about this?
No.
McDonald's had some crazy giveaway promotion for McNugget caviar.
What?
Yeah.
Is it like actual fish eggs?
I think so. It looks like caviar. And you get like a kit and it's like creme fraiche and a tin of caviar and like a gift card for $25 worth of chicken McNuggets or something.
Oh, they jumped on the trend. So there's an online trend I've been seeing for the past year where people are buying, it's usually crackers, but people get Doritos or some kind of chip.
Okay.
And they'll buy the creme fraiche and the caviar and they'll do these little snacks.
What?
And there's so many videos of people trying it. So that makes me think that McDonald's jumped on the trend.
That's wild.
They want you to get the nugget as the base and then put the creme fraiche and caviar on top of that.
Yeah. There was a reel of some guy doing it. It looked disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd want that.
No.
Also, I'm not well-versed in caviar.
I've had it once.
Yeah.
I don't really remember it. I just remember thinking it was really fancy. It was when I got the job as a tour guide for Universal Studios.
Oh, yeah.
And for like our big party as a congratulatory, like, hey, you're a tour guide. They took all of us to this mansion in the Hollywood Hills. This sounds so fake, but this actually happened. And it was some like catered fancy thing. And they served caviar. And then they handed out cigars. And everyone smoked cigars up on like the back deck of this mansion in the hills. It was wild, but that was the one and only time I've had caviar. And I was like, I'm so fancy.
Yeah.
And that was a minimum wage job. What were they doing with us in the mansion in the Hollywood Hills?
That seems like really kind of strange.
It was strange. I look back on that and I'm like, how the heck did we get up there? Like what were they doing?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know, Kate.
It was weird.
That's really odd. Hey, but at least you tried caviar there.
Hey, and I made it out of there, so.
You're alive. Yeah,
I'm
that's
here.
okay. That sounds like the beginning of a strange movie plot.
It doesn't sound great. It sounds like, oh, you came to the big city to try to make it? Come on up to this party at the Hollywood Hills.
Come up to the mansion.
Yeah.
Have some fish eggs.
Ew.
I watched a video on how they harvest it in some places.
Oh.
I
don't
didn't
think I
love
want to know
it.
that.
I didn't love it.
We really took a turn here. Let's get back.
Okay, yes. So she moved from making ricin to using it.
I figured that was the next step.
Yes. On or around May 20th, 2013, she mailed 3 letters from the New Boston, Texas post office. These letters were addressed to President Barack Obama in Washington, D.C.,
Not Barack.
New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg in New York City, Mark Glaze in Washington, D.C., who was connected to Mayors Against Illegal Guns.
Can we just talk about the fact that this girl didn't even bother to go to a neighboring town's post office? It's just straight up from her hometown. Mm-hmm.
Shannon. Those letters had ricin on them. They also contained threats. One of the letters to Obama, the letter to Obama, included a line that basically said what was inside the envelope was only the beginning of what she had planned. A letter tied to Bloomberg included a threat about shooting anyone who tried to take the sender's guns.
Oh, God.
And Mark Glaze was connected to the gun control group Bloomberg founded, so he was part of the same target circle.
So her whole motive was she didn't want her guns taken away?
No, that's not the motive.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
A detail that mattered in early reporting, the mail ended up with a Shreveport, Louisiana postmark, because it's not far away. Because the Shreveport postal facility processes mail for New Boston and the surrounding area. That's why the letters were linked to that region so quickly.
Sure.
Now, here's where it gets wild. After the letters were sent, Shannon didn't lay low. She went directly into my husband did it mode.
Okay.
Are you seeing he's divorcing her while she's pregnant?
Sure.
So she writes.
So this is her revenge?
This is her revenge.
Okay.
Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
On May 30th, 2013, she contacted authorities and blamed Nathaniel. One account says she went to the Shreveport, Louisiana Police Department that day and reported he was the one responsible for the ricin letters. Around the same time, she also contacted the FBI and told them a whole story that at first sounded believable. She claimed she'd found a suspicious substance, suspected ricin, in the house.
First off, if I found a suspicious substance, I'm not automatically like, ricin. I wouldn't even know what that looks like. So the fact that she's just like, you know what, I think this is ricin.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask me how I know, but I'm pretty sure that this is ricin that I found. Girl.
There was talk of it being discovered in the refrigerator.
What?
She also described finding things that seemed designed to point to Nathan, like a note with addresses for Obama and Bloomberg.
Okay.
I know. At the start, investigators didn't have an obvious reason to assume she was lying. She was specific, she was detailed, she was also pregnant, which probably affected how people read the situation in real time. So law enforcement showed up in a major way at the home on Maple Street in New Boston, Texas. Agents were there for an extended response. FBI and postal workers were outside, not postal workers.
Can you imagine?
All the male people came out and just stood in the streets.
They were like, we're going to fight this.
We're going to watch this. FBI and postal inspectors were outside, and the FBI's hazardous materials response team came in. Reports described black trucks, enclosed trailers, and federal equipment arriving as the day went on.
And this is all while her kids are in the house?
Yeah, I believe so, because they all live together.
All right, I take back what I said about her being a good mom.
At one point, Shannon was escorted into the federal courthouse in downtown Texarkana with FBI agents while the search activity continued back at the house. That makes me believe that they got the kids out of there as well, like to search the house.
They would
have to, yeah. During this early phase, Nathaniel was detained by federal officials, including reports that he was held or questioned after being picked up at the depot where he worked. But he wasn't arrested immediately, and it stayed unclear for a bit exactly where he was being held. They picked him up. They hadn't charged him yet, though.
Okay.
But then the story started to crack. Investigators dug into the digital trail, and a major red flag popped up.
Those online purchases, girl.
Yeah. Internet activity connected to ricin production showed up at times when Nathaniel was at work. That made her "he did it" story look way less solid.
Because I'm assuming this is on her home computer?
Yeah.
Rookie.
On top of that, officials say they found inconsistencies in her account. And they also gave her a polygraph, which she failed, but I don't count that.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It can be interesting, but also it's not admissible in most states. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. I do love how Vanity Fair is doing the polygraphs with celebrities. Have you seen those videos?
No.
They're doing like celebrity interviews. What's one I can think of? Like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo did it when they were promoting Wicked. Like one of them sits with the lie detector on and the other asks them questions.
Oh, okay.
And they have like a person there who is versed in polyography.
Sure.
Oh, okay. That's what Polly Pocket did. Did you have Polly Pockets?
No, but did you know that they have a ring now? Like it's like a Polly Pocket house on a ring. It's tiny. You open it up, it's like a little Polly Pocket.
Oh my God.
Kevin just said, add to cart.
No, listen, if anybody wants to propose, Polly Pocket ring. Polly Pocket ring.
You don't even know the name of it.
Oh, fuck. All right. So by June 6th, 2013, during an interview with authorities, she admitted key parts of what had happened. She acknowledged that she'd received the items like the lye and the syringes, that she had printed shipping labels, and that she had mailed the letters. Even then, she still tried to push blame back toward Nathaniel by saying he made her do that.
Okay.
Or that he was somehow behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But the evidence investigators had was pointing right at her. The next day, June 7th, 2013, she was arrested in Mount Pleasant, Texas. Some reporting also frames it as her being arrested at her home in New Boston, conflicting things there.
Okay.
Either way, that's the moment it stopped being an investigation into the Richardsons and became an arrest centered on Shannon.
Sure.
So when you boil it down to what she did, she produced the ricin, she put it on the threatening letters, she sent those letters to high-profile individuals, then she went to law enforcement and tried to steer the blame onto her husband.
Mm-hmm.
It worked well enough to get the full-blown federal response rolling at their house before the evidence swung back to her. I'm just giving a recap here. It was stupid of her to go to the police because she got them involved immediately.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, this is kind of working. They're believing me. But then you look into one thing and they're like, girl, you did this.
Yeah. I see what you're saying now about like she cared what other people thought.
Do you see what I mean? That's just me gleaning that from
like
what she did.
Like a need for to center herself
Yeah.
in the story.
Yeah, exactly. So after Shannon was arrested, she was held in federal custody and moved through a few different facilities in East Texas, including Titus County Jail and Gregg County Jail. From the start, this was a federal case. It's not a local one. So everything ran through the Eastern District of Texas, with court activity centered in places like Texarkana and Tyler. Shannon was indicted on June 27th that year, and the government made it clear they were treating this as a serious national security issue.
Yeah, she sent it to the president.
Yeah. This wasn't just about threats. Ricin is a big deal, as we've talked majorly about.
You got so emphatic with that.
I know. So prosecutors on the case included Assistant U.S. Attorneys Frank Cohn, Ryan Locker, and Britt Featherson, along with trial attorney Jolie Zimmerman from the Department of Justice headquarters. One of the most important things that came out during the pretrial phase was how investigators actually zeroed in on Shannon. A criminal complaint revealed that the FBI used the U.S. Postal Service's Mail Isolation Control and Tracking System, MICT, if you will.
And I think I will.
That program tracks envelopes as they move through the mail system. Using that data, agents were able to narrow the origin of the letters geographically and then line that up with her movements and mailings. That was a big deal, and it quietly wiped out any argument that this could have been done at random or at someone else's doing. Meanwhile, Shannon's personal situation was unraveling in real time.
I would imagine.
She gave birth to Brody Nathaniel Richardson, who was born on July 4th, 2013, while Shannon was already in custody.
Oh, shit.
He was born 4 months premature, weighing only about 2 pounds, and had to stay hospitalized.
Oh, poor little Brody.
I know. His birth happened in Texas during a time when Shannon was being transferred between facilities.
Okay.
Because he arrived so early, Brody faced serious medical challenges right away, including heart surgery just a couple of weeks after birth.
Oh, poor little baby.
From what I can find, he's still alive, though.
Okay.
Back in federal court, her defense attorney raised concerns about her mental state. On June 20th, 2013, a judge ordered a psychological evaluation after her lawyer said Shannon showed a pattern of behavior that made it hard for her to assist in her own defense.
Okay.
That tells you the court was already aware this case wasn't just about physical evidence. It was also about decision-making, impulse, and credibility. They wanted to assess that right at the top.
Sure.
Based on how this moves forward, I can't find that she's ever found not competent to stand trial, because she absolutely does stand trial.
I was going to say, I mean, it's very premeditated, so it's not impulsive.
Totally. But sorry, go ahead.
It's very planned out. Like, she got online, she ordered the thing, she learned how to make it. She wrote letters. She had to get up and go to the post office to send those letters. Like, everything was calculated.
Yeah.
So that to me does not sound like a temporary lapse of sanity or like an impulsive decision.
Right, exactly. So as the discovery moved forward, the government's case kept getting stronger. They had records of the online purchases, evidence showing those searches happened while her husband was at work, mail tracking that tied the letters to her failed polygraph, and finally her own admissions. So by early June, before the indictment even landed, she had already told investigators that she printed the labels and mailed the envelopes herself. She kept saying her husband pushed her to do it. Again, that doesn't line up with anything else.
Right.
In August 2013, a judge in New Boston, Texas, granted temporary custody of Brody to his father, Nathan Richardson.
Okay.
Since Shannon was still incarcerated and not present at the hearing. That meant Brody left the hospital and went into his father's care while Shannon remained locked up, never really getting the chance to mother him the way she had her other children, unfortunately. So this case never reached the point where a jury was seated. By November 22nd, 2013, Shannon and her attorney reached a plea agreement with federal prosecutors.
Okay.
The government agreed to drop the most explosive charges, including the counts involving threats against the president, in exchange for her admitting responsibility for manufacturing and possessing a biological toxin.
Oh, I feel like threatening the president is pretty intense.
Right.
Feels kind of serious.
Yeah, a little bit. On December 10th, 2013, she appeared before U.S. Magistrate Judge Caroline M. Craven and formally pleaded guilty.
Okay.
In that hearing, she acknowledged that she ordered the materials and mailed the letters herself. She also admitted that she had falsely accused her husband earlier in the investigation. So even though people sometimes say there wasn't really a trial, that's not quite right. There just wasn't a jury trial.
Yeah.
So there were months of hearings, motions, evaluations, affidavits, custody stuff, and federal negotiations. The government methodically boxed her in. And by the time she stood in court to plead guilty, there wasn't anywhere else for her to go. There's no other avenue out of this.
Mm-hmm.
After Shannon pleaded guilty, things slowed down in that very federal court way.
That do tell.
I mean, I just feel like things kind of move really slowly. Anyway, a pre-sentence investigation report had to be done first. So she stayed locked up while the court figured out what to do to her. Or do with her.
Oh,
sorry.
I was like, damn.
No. Ooh, no, with her. I looked up pre-sentencing investigation reports. They're basically deep dive profiles put together for the judge after someone gets convicted. So like a probation officer pulls together all the details. Mm-hmm. They have to go through everything to fact check it, make sure it's all correct, and do interviews all over again and still make sure everything goes. Check records, medical and employment files, and include statements from victims. Mm-hmm. So all of that information is compiled into this report and then given to the judge, and it influences where the person serves their time and how long.
Which is why you don't get the sentencing immediately after a verdict comes in.
Yes, exactly. So by this point, Shannon had already admitted to making and possessing ricin and mailing the letters, so there wasn't any question about guilt. The only question is like, well, how long is she going to get? Mm-hmm. That answer came on July 16th, 2014. She was sentenced in the Eastern District of Texas by U.S. District Judge Michael H. Schneider. The judge gave her 216 months, which is 18 years in federal prison. That was the maximum allowed under her plea deal.
Girl, was it worth it?
On top of that, she was ordered to pay $367,000, $367,222.29.
Yeah, don't forget the 29 cents.
I know. I couldn't. In restitution, because that covers the cost of the massive investigation involving the FBI, the Secret Service, postal inspectors, local law enforcement.
And all those mailmen that had to stop their jobs to watch what happened at the house.
She also got 5 years of supervised release to follow her prison term and was ordered to undergo psychological treatment during and after incarceration.
Sure. I would hope.
Yeah. During sentencing, Shannon spoke. She apologized. She told the court she never meant for anyone to be hurt.
Okay. You're just going to send a toxin to government officials and then blame it on your husband. Right. But you don't want anybody hurt.
Right.
And you've got it in your house where your kids are.
I know.
Girl.
Ooh, she asked for mercy and said being separated from her children was already a punishment. The judge didn't buy that as a reason to go lighter. Yeah. From the court's point of view, this involved a biological toxin and threats against public officials, and intent didn't erase danger. By the time she was sentenced, her personal life is dead, gone, collapsed. Nathan later finalized the divorce, and Shannon never regained custody of Brody. Her older children were already living apart from her by that point, so through the divorce, I think the kids went to their respective fathers.
Okay. Like the ones that were underage?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. After sentencing, she was transferred into the federal prison system, eventually ending up at Federal Medical Center Carswell in Fort Worth, Texas, which is where she is to this day.
Oh, wow.
Carswell is used for inmates with medical needs, which becomes important later.
Okay.
So in 2015, she tried to fight back in a different way. She filed a civil rights lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. 1983, claiming she was mistreated while pregnant in custody. She alleged inadequate medical care, isolation, denial of basic needs, and harm connected to Brody's premature birth. That lawsuit didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
In March 2015, it was dismissed with prejudice, meaning the court shut the door on it permanently. For years after that, things were quiet publicly. She stayed in federal custody, serving her sentence. Then in 2024, her case popped back up in the news. In July 2024, she filed a motion asking for compassionate release, arguing that her health had seriously deteriorated. According to court filings, she cited complications from a MRSA infection.
What's that?
MRSA, It gets in your skin and wounds.
Oh.
Let me look that up real quick. I don't remember what MRSA stands for. Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus.
Oh, well, okay.
Staph. Just really bad staph.
Gotcha.
So MRSA, partial paralysis, kidney disease, and major memory problems. That request is still pending, meaning the court hasn't ruled on it yet. A couple of months later, in September 2024, she files another motion, this time asking for a sentence reduction based on a retroactive change to federal sentencing guidelines. She wanted her sentence reduced from 18 to a little over 12.
Okay.
That request landed in front of U.S. District Judge Robert W. Schroeder III. He said no.
Okay.
Judge Schroeder denied the request, explaining that Shannon's offense involved violence and danger, which made her ineligible for a reduction under the new rules. That ruling left her sentence completely intact. As of now, she remains incarcerated at FMC Carswell in Fort Worth. Her projected release date is November 18th, 2028, assuming nothing changes with the compassionate release motion. And that is the story of Shannon Richardson and how she sent poison to the government.
I thought for sure this was going to end with you telling me that she formed some theater troupe in prison.
Now that would be amazing.
I was just waiting for that connection to come back to her entertainment roots.
The Carswell Zombies.
Oh, and zombies are back again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's what she's doing now. She's yeah.
Wowzers.
Isn't that bananas? And it's crazy to me. I know I'm pretty sure that she was doing this to frame her husband.
Well, sure.
But it's just wild that you would go that route.
That does feel like an extreme measure.
Yeah. I'm also wondering if she was a little bit, leaning a certain way politically to go that route.
I don't know that really connects with her feelings about her husband, you know?
Right, which is so strange. It's also such a specific thing to do.
And it sucks because it sounds like she had so many things going for her.
Yeah.
And had so many talents and had these children that she claimed she loved.
Right.
And then she just threw all of that away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully you guys don't make ricin and send it to government officials or anyone for that matter.
Yeah, don't fuck with it.
And if you would like to leave us comments on this episode, you can do so on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Spotify at
Horrorwood Podcast.
Or you can send us an email at
horrorwoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can subscribe and get the bonus episodes on any of the places that allow subscriptions with bonus episodes. And I do have a Patreon episode. It would have already come out. It would have come out in January. I apologize that I got sick and it just didn't happen.
Don't apologize. Yes, but you were very sick.
I was very sick. But I will have that out, and we'll see if we can do something else for you guys. You also might have realized, if you were on our Patreon, that we did not do Valentine's this year. And there are reasons for that. One, I was sick. Two, we just don't currently have the funds to make that happen right now. But yeah, we didn't get those out. Forgive us. Maybe we'll get you guys a bonus extra episode or something like that.
We'll do something.
Yeah. So with that said, don't do ricin, don't do murder, don't do governmental crimes.
Yeah, it can really get you.
But do use castor oil on your dry skin as long as it doesn't have ricin in it, because it does help get that skin moisturized.
Yes. Well, and also now that I'm thinking about it, that's oil from the plant, not necessarily from the bean.
Better not be from the bean.
Because from the bean is where you get the ricin.
Damn.